What's up, YouTube? It's Tony back here again. Today I'm gonna show you how to wire up some fog lights for a 97 to 2003 F-150. We're gonna wire them up for this. This is a Boss 5.4 bumper. I'm gonna try to get them mounted as well and show you how to mount them for a Boss 5.4. But if I can't get to it today, I'll definitely show you how to wire this up. Let me show you what we got going on. So we got these fog lights, which are off of a Ford Lightning. I have two fog lights. I have these, which are yellow, and then I have these, which are white. I don't know if you can tell the LED inside. I'm gonna test out which one I like more. The white ones are the same white LEDs. I think they're 6,000 lumens as my headlights and corner lights, so they will all match. So it will be a really nice look. But I also want to see what yellow looks like. So let me just hook them up to this battery so you can see what I'm talking about, or just show you what it'll look like. All right, let's see if this can work. So the black wire is the positive, yellow wire as the negative. I gotta kind of face it towards you. This is the best I can do, I'm sorry. So boom, boom. Those are the yellow ones. They look pretty good. Now, these are the white ones. These also look very good. Bruh, shit is a fucking pain in the ass. This is just to test it, make sure everything's working fine. God damn. These are the white ones. So they both look pretty good in my opinion, but once they're mounted, we'll see what they look like. That's the truck right there. I think it will look very nice with the fog lights. So the first step we gotta do is move this truck. This is fucking badass. I wish it was my work truck, but maybe in the future it can be my work truck. But for right now, my truck is that right there. Motherfucking beauty. But yeah, we gotta move this out of the way so I can pull my truck into the bay. This is a 2004 Ford F-150 Power Stroke 6.0, and this is pretty badass. My brother built it, and it turned out pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. Single cab short bed with a flat bed. 4x4. 2006 front end conversion, I believe. And then he's got wheels on it. Let me just show you. This is a truck. It's a very nice truck, you know, brand new bed. I believe these wheels are like a 2008 to 2010 F-250 wheels, I believe. But yeah, it still has the 04 mirrors on it, but it's a pretty nice truck. I ain't gonna cap. Oh shit, I should have turned it on. All right, now we can look at a real truck. Wait, I still gotta put on the Boss 5.4 body kit. I will make a video on how to do that. It's just been a little too cold to be doing all that, but yeah, stay tuned. I'll do that soon. But for today, we're gonna do fog lights. So. Alright, so first you want to get your hood opened up, and for those of you who still don't know how to open a hood, I'm going to be patient with you guys and show you how. Open the door right under your steering wheel, pull that thing, and that pops this open. And then, you see this little lever right here, you want to push it to the left and push up. Boom, right up. And then you want to take out this panel right here. I'm not sure what this panel is called, but take it off. You want to take off your spare tire remover thing. You just want to pop it out. Pop it out, just move it to the side. And then my truck doesn't have any. You don't necessarily need them because, I mean, this is already holding it, and then the spare tire is also holding it. But you have all these little pins that you can take out with a flathead screwdriver. You should be able to pry those right out. So if your truck does not come stock with fog lights, there's a few ways you can do this. The first option is wiring up your fog lights and tapping into your fuse box, which will make them work as daytime running lights, which is pretty convenient because, I mean, who doesn't like daytime running lights? But the only reason I don't like it is because if you want to turn them off for whatever reason, you don't want them on, you don't have that option to. You would have to turn off the truck, and, well, you can't really drive and with the truck off, you know. And if you turn the key on, your fog lights will turn on. So in a way, it's not too convenient, but it is a pretty easy option. You could also tap into your headlights or your high beams if your truck comes with high beams like this one. You could tap into your headlights, so you just want to ground off the grounds and then just tap into the power on your headlights. You could use a light tester to find that out. You could also do your corner lights, and I would do the corner lights for my truck because whenever I turn on the corner lights, I want my fog lights to be on too. But the only reason I don't like it is because they will work as turn signals, the fog lights, so they'll be flashing on and off, and I wouldn't really want that for this truck. You could also get an OEM switch. This is the switch I'm talking about. You can get an OEM switch and tap into here and have it like OEM. But I ended up just not getting one, and it was going to be a little bit more work to do that. But pretty much all it is you have another option down here, and you go all the way down and then you pull, and that's how you turn on your fog lights. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have another switch. I'm going to put a switch right into here. That'll be for my fog lights, strictly only my fog lights. I'm going to show you a little model that I did, which is going to explain how this is going to work. We're not going to worry about this for the time being because I don't think we need a ground into the actual switch. You can just ground that off to the truck. But this is how it's gonna work. So we're gonna have a wire that's coming from the battery of the truck. It's gonna be coming from the battery and going straight into the power part of the switch, power pole, whatever is the correct term. You guys should know. I don't really know, but it's gonna go into the power, and then we're gonna have the wire coming from the fog light. That's going to go into the accessory one. So that way it will turn on and off with the switch, because you don't want to run the power straight to you don't want to run the fog light into the power because it's not getting any power. And then run the actual power coming from the battery into the accessory, because it's just not going to work that way. It's going to be hot all the time. So this is how we got it right now. So let me set you guys up somewhere else so you can see how this is going to work. Okay, so the fog light's right there. We have the power in the power. And then we have the wire coming from the fog light. This is going into the accessory right here. I'm just touching it on there. Okay, so the fog light's off right there. And this light is also off. But when I switch it, fog light comes on. Okay? See, fog light turns on, because I have this on here and the switch is on. Oh. And then if I want it off, it's hard to do it like that. Okay. See, I put it back on, switch is off. So it's not gonna turn on. Okay, so first step, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start running my power wire, which is gonna be the red. I'm gonna start running my power wire. Now on these trucks, mine doesn't have it, but there's some trucks of these years where right next to whatever this thing is called, back here, there's gonna be a rubber flap kind of deal, and you can get access into the truck from back there. But my truck does not have it, so what I'm gonna have to do is come over here through the side door. But if your truck has it, I'd highly recommend doing it from there, and I'm gonna show you where it comes out. It's gonna come out right about somewhere back there is where it's gonna come out. I think right up there. So that'd be a lot more convenient than what I'm about to do. I'm gonna run it right here through the side, bring it down, and then bring it where this wire comes through. I'm gonna bring it right through here, and then run it right through up here so you don't see any wires, all the way to over here. And then I'm just gonna drill a hole somewhere around here so I can get my 2 wires to come out. Now, the reason I said 2 wires is because, take this key up before I run out of battery. The reason I said 2 wires is because we're gonna need 1 wire that's going straight to the battery and then 1 wire that's coming from the fog lights. Okay, so I got my first wire ran through. What I did, what you guys can do to make it pretty easy. I know it's not in its spot yet, but I kind of just hooked it up right here, so it wouldn't really move that much. But this is pretty much just gonna go on to right here. And then I'm gonna run it all through up there. Whoops. All through up there. Pass under through here. And then, like I said, just run it through here. Boom, boom. And I just left a good amount of slack so I can work around and make sure everything is nice and tight. So now I'm gonna run a wire. I'm gonna run a wire through, up right through over there. And it's gonna go along the bottom side of the fender. And then drop it down there. And then I'm gonna just leave a good amount of slack so I can get to where the bumper's gonna be, to where the fog lights are gonna be. So I got my next wire ran through. I hope I have enough. I should have enough. I had it hooked onto here and then I left a lot of slack over there. But we got that one ran through. So before I jack up the truck to start working from the other side and start getting everything wired up down there, what I'm gonna do is drill a hole right now through there. So let's get that done. Video cut off, which is good because the cobalt drill was not gonna work because it was not fitting through right here. Just flip the camera. So I think the Milwaukee should not have a problem, and it still does have a problem because it's hitting. All right, well, let me figure this out. So I was able to make it work. I didn't get the side that I wanted. I wanted to get it over there, but I just made it over here, which is completely fine, but it's just not what I wanted. Because it just was not reaching because it was hitting the top side, you see? And it doesn't reach back there. But over here, it worked fine, so I would recommend using one of these or smaller, something smaller than an actual power drill, because yeah, you're gonna be hitting the rim of this. So what I did right here is pull this weather trim out. And as you can see, I ran the wire from behind, so you don't see anything. And I just need to pull this, but pretty much, oh, there it is. I'm about to do the second one right now. Pretty much, this is how I ran it. Comes out through up here, this side piece. I just need to tuck it in. I need to tuck it back there, but I ran it behind that thing. I don't know what it is, so it doesn't fall down, and also below that thing, I also don't know what it is, so it doesn't fall down, and then it goes right up into there and comes out right there. So I'm about to do that to the other wire real quick, so let me get that out of the way. All right, we got my wires ran through. If you end up doing what I did and run them through the door, I recommend getting like a piece of wire or a flag or a clothes hanger or something like that to pull your wire through under where the fender gets mounted back there. I'd recommend that. That would make it have a cleaner look. So we have 1 wire going to the battery, and I just need to tighten it up, but I ran it through these little clips for, I don't know what it's for, but there was space. There wasn't that much space, so I couldn't run it through, but I'll probably just put like a zip tie or something, run it all the way through. I don't think, you probably should use it, put this type of protectant around it. I think it should be fine, but that's just completely up to you if you want to use that or not. But I think I'm gonna just leave it like this and see how it does. Later I'll see what my dad or my brothers say. If they say that I need it, well, I'll just put it on. If they say I don't really need it, I'm gonna just leave it. But here's the other wire that comes right through here. I'm gonna zip tie it with this wire that I have for the turn signals on the mirrors. And then I just dropped it right down there. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna jack up the truck so I can start wiring everything from the bottom side. Okay, we got the truck jacked up. Jacks, you wanna use jack stands right there. I didn't have another jack stand, so that is pretty sketchy right now. Some blocks of woods, but I also have my jack just in case. I'm living on the edge. I would not recommend doing that. This is not OSHA approved, you see. But fuck it, we're gonna give it a shot. You want to disconnect the battery just in case. I'm just doing it just in case, but I don't think you need to. And then I also loosened up this bolt because this is where I'm gonna put this is where I'm gonna be running my power through. I'm gonna run it right to here. Okay, so right now I don't have my soldering iron ready, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start getting everything set up so that when it's charged, the battery is charged, I can solder everything, and I'll show you guys how to do that. But right now you want to run your sleeve, your heat strip sleeve, before you actually hook up the wires. I mean, you can, because I mean you have the other side open, but in case you don't, you should always run that beforehand. So this yellow wire is going to be for the ground. So I'm gonna the other one I already have it hooked up, the other fog light, so that ground is right there. I'm about to join this one. There you go. I'm about to join this one, the fog light ground, onto this wire, and then this end is gonna hook up with the other end, and then I'll put a pigtail, and then that's what's gonna get grounded onto the transmission oil cooling fan. So pretty much, I'm gonna try to show you guys the best I can. You kind of want to make an X like that, and then just fold it over. You just want to fold one side over, nice and neat, if possible, like so, and then the other side. Just like that. It didn't come out perfect, but so once you have them like that, you have two options. You can either crimp them and use one of these. These have like a little metal tab on the inside, and you just, instead of having the heat strip, you put this one in, and then you could just slide it over, and then with the con las pinzas, with the pliers, you just crimp them, boom, and it's not going anywhere. But you could also, what I'm gonna do is solder them. I'm gonna solder this and then put the heat strip, pass it with the torch or fucking a lighter or something like that, just to heat this up, and then this is not going anywhere. So now I'm gonna pigtail this one. I'm gonna pigtail this one. So let me show you guys real quick. Poquito más. Just like that. And then let me cut one more piece so we can pigtail this. Okay, so you have your 3 wires. Before you start wiring all this up, you want to make sure you have your heat strip sleeve. You don't want to forget that. So pretty much, let me figure out which one's which. That's a fog light, and this one is a pigtail. Yeah, okay. So same type of deal. You want to make an X, fold one side over, boom, and the second side over, boom. Then you want to get that third one, the pigtail, and do that one right through the middle, and then fold the original one over both sides. There you go, nice and clean. And then the heat strip will just go right over after you solder it, of course. But So I have all the grounds ready. The grounds are ready. So now I have to do the power, which is going to be a red wire for me. So I'll start doing that. It's going to be the same exact process. Yeah, it's going to be the same exact process. So I'm sure you guys will be able to do that. But I'll just do it just in case. Or show you guys just in case. So we have the fog light one, or the power, done. So this fog light is going to be the passenger fog light. This connector right here. So we only have one wire going into this. So the other side, this side of the wire, so this is the original one. This is the one I just hooked it up to. This one is going to go straight to this one, this fog light, okay? In a little bit, I'm going to lay it down because I have to hook up this one next. But, yeah, this is going to hook up right here. And pigtail with this one. Or these are, not pigtail, sorry. These two are going to connect right here, and also this one right here is going to connect right into here. And then this is what's going to send the signal of the fog lights all the way to the switch. So let me, before I actually do that, I'm actually going to solder all this together because I can do that. And also, where is it? Sorry, this looks very complicated right now, but trust me, it is not. This one right here. I'm going to actually put this one on. I'm going to crimp it on with one that will be the size for the bolt. And I don't know if I'm going to have one. Maybe this one. But yeah, you can just crimp this one. I don't know if you can see in there, but yeah, you just crimp this and it'll be ready to go. Okay, so this is your ground, which is going to go to your transmission cooler bolt. I'm not sure what size this is. I'll confirm in like a couple seconds, but let me show you where this thing is located at. Okay, so I believe it's the 1614 quarter inch ring terminal. Oh shit. All right, so let's show you where this is at. You want to pull this flap down. Once you have that down, you'll see it right there. As you can see, I already took off the bolt. That's where it's going to go to. Okay, there might be a better way to do this, but I'm going to just do it down here because I'm already down here. So you want to put this in. I don't know if you can see, you see that silver part? That's where I need to go in through. And it'll pop out on this side. You just want to leave it a little before that. Right there. And then you want to just crimp them right there. Boom. Boom. Make sure it's nice and tight. You want to make sure it's nice and tight and actually straight. I just left this shit super off, but it should be fine. Boom. Like so. So now you want to mount it to that bolt, which I am not going to do yet because I want to solder all of these before I have to solder the last thing, which is this wire over here, which is going to solder with this. Figured it was easier if I just turn the camera. This is bringing the power from this fog light, the passenger fog light, all the way over to the driver's side fog light. So these two are going to hook up right here, and also that wire is going to hook up right here, which is going to bring signal to the switch. So that's the only thing I'm going to have to solder down here, which is going to be not difficult, but it will be a little bit harder than what it's supposed to be. But we'll get that done. So we're going to go check if the battery is ready. Hopefully it is. Because I'm not trying to wait for that shit anymore. But it's pretty windy out here right now. It's March 10th, 11th. And it is cold as fuck here in VA, which is no good. But, okay, this shit is still red, as you can see. But, you know, I'm already impatient, so let's hope it's enough to get that shit started. If anyone wants any pots, custom made pots, these are ones that I made. If anyone wants them, let me know. You can order them on my website. I'll have a link in the description, but I can ship them worldwide. Let me give you a little tour. I can ship them, or maybe not worldwide, but nationwide I can ship them. This one is unfinished, but this is one style. This is another style, like a barrel type. See, this is a different style. As you can see, it's slanted, like this one. You see, boom, it's nice. And this is the other style, the one that's unfinished. But yeah, pretty nice. They're not too bad. I'm not sure. God, it's the wind. That was not me. I'm not sure if I'll be able to mount the actual fog lights because I have some stuff I have to do afterwards. But hopefully I can get everything hooked up. I think I should be able to. Hopefully I can get everything hooked up so we can test it out and hopefully everything works perfectly fine. But look, I already lost the freaking soldering iron. God damn it. This is some motherfucking bullshit. But yeah, if anyone is watching, if anyone's watching. Sorry, my camera's a little messed up, but that is a pretty good one. So this one's good to go. Put it right over. I'm gonna show you the whole process on this one, this last. Okay, what you're gonna need: soldering iron. You don't have to have this one. You can use whatever one you have. Now you're supposed to be using glue, or just have a wet sponge. I don't have a wet sponge or glue. The what's it called? The flux paste. I don't have any. Then you're gonna need electrical rosin, electrical rosin for soldering. So what this is used for, you want to put some water on it. If you have a sponge, that's fine. Just to clean off the soldering, the solder iron. You want to clean it off. This is just to clean it off so it's not dirty. Okay, next I'm going to show you how to solder this. I apologize that I have the video standing up now. It's the only way I can do this. I could go get the camera mount, but I really don't feel like going into the office to get that. But pretty much, if you had glue, it would make it a lot, or the paste, the flux paste, it would make it a lot easier, but you don't necessarily need it. So how you want to solder is you want to put, if you have the paste, you could put the soldering iron underneath and then just solder it like this, with your actual what's it called, wire. That's what I'm gonna call it for right now. That's not what it's called, but I'm gonna call it for right now. You could be soldering it like this with the soldering iron underneath and then the wire up top. If you had the paste, you could do it like that and it'd be a lot easier. But what I'm doing is starting on one side and just feeding the soldering iron like so. So as soon as it kind of grabs, you might struggle a little bit more because you don't have glue, but you don't need it. I'm gonna show you that you don't need it. You just want to feed it right across. Boom. Just like that. You just want to start one side and just start feeding it to the other side. So that's one side. It didn't turn out too bad. Then you want to flip it over. I have a box that's holding this up. There's definitely better ways to do this, but this is what I'm working with right now. So now you want to clean it before you start a new one. Okay. Next. Boom. There's another one. That one actually turned out better. I don't know if you can see that. And then typically you'll have just one side left. So I'll flip this over and we're gonna do this last side right here. That actually turned out better than what I thought. Okay, next you want to get your sleeve. Mine's all the way over here. This is why you put the sleeve in beforehand. Right over it, just like so. Oh, just like that. It might be a little hot, so be careful. I'm actually gonna hold it from this side because it's easier. And you just wanna do this to the heat strip, just so it grabs a little bit. You don't wanna hold it for too long. Boom, then you wanna flip it over, vice versa. Boom, just like that. Okay, so the last one I need to do is down here. This is gonna be the hardest one to get to. If you take off the bumper, it'll be a lot easier if you do this. The bumper is super easy to take off. It's literally just 4 bolts. You can take it off from the bottom side. I don't know if you can see it, but it's mounted right here. It's 4 bolts. You can just take it off from the bottom side. I don't think you need to take off the grill, but you have easier access if you take off the grill. The grill's not that hard. You just take off the headlights and then the grill. I have a video on how to do all that. And then you can just have access up here and take off the bumper, which is pretty easy. And then it will make everything a lot easier. But I didn't want to take it off because it just got painted, so I don't want to scratch it or anything like that. But we're going to solder this real quick, and then we're going to start doing the interior work and also crimping that connection that's going to go to the battery. Okay, now we're going to put on the ground before I actually solder the next one. I hope you can see from here. I think you guys should be able to, but okay, like so. This is where we're gonna ground to, right there. So let me tighten this now, like so.
Tighten this. I hope this works fine. This should realistically. I was thinking I could have grounded it to that one, but this should be fine.
Okay, I had this extension cord holding this up. This one was a pain in the ass to do, but we got it going, so that's good. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the inside first. I'm gonna take our strippers, crimpers, and this box. Or actually, I already have some set right here. Okay, so we're gonna do this right here. Very sorry, YouTube, but my phone died because it's cold over here, but okay, I see where I fucked up. That shit is not supposed to be that loose. I just noticed that because I was working in the dark. But I got this in. And so I got those crimped on. I also got the other one crimped on too. And now the fog lights. They're not mounted, but I just have them in its spots. And now I'm deciding which ones I like more, but I don't know. I really like both of them, but we'll see what decision I make. But yeah, now I just have to tidy this up a little bit and fix that crimp over there. I'm actually gonna do that right now. Okay, I got that fixed. I don't understand why the actual light doesn't turn on. I don't understand that, but I'll update you guys with that later. But I mean, it works fine. So right there, they're off. I hope you can see there. Right there, they're off. So when you flip the switch, now they're on. So yeah, that's how you do it. See, that's what I really like. They're all the same color right there. This is a different shade because of the chrome housing on the headlight. I don't know. This is gonna be a tough one, but yeah, this is how you wire up fog lights if it doesn't come stock with fog lights. This is an easy way that I found. Like I said, you could also instead of going to the battery like I did and then to a switch, you could just tap into the headlights, high beams, or corner lights, or go right into the fuse, or go into the light switch box or component that I showed you guys earlier. But yeah, I found this way pretty easy option, and I mean it is pretty convenient just having a switch that you can just turn on and off for your fog lights. Boom, boom. Phone ran out of storage, but I'll update you guys later on why the light. I think the light isn't going to turn on. My dad just told me that it's most likely because I don't have a ground to this terminal in the switch. That's most likely why that is not turning on. Or I could have burnt the light in there as well. But I think it's most likely going to be the ground because there's no bridge for that. But yeah, this is pretty much how you wire up fog lights. There isn't too many videos explaining how to wire up fog lights for this truck, and that doesn't come with OEM fog lights. There are some videos on how to install like LED bars and stuff like that, and that would help you out, but looking up how to wire up fog lights is a lot easier than having to do that, you know. But yeah, I'm probably gonna start trying to mount the fog lights on the Boss 5.4 bumper, so I'll make a video on that too. If I have enough storage, that's the only thing that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do. But yeah, hopefully I help someone out. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.